Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here with Block Wednesday. So exciting. Home is our sew along for Wednesdays. And what is the topic today? Let me show you the block first and then I will tell you the topic. So here's the block. It is a 10.5-inch block, 10-inch finished in your quilt. And the topic for today is the heart of the home. So what is the heart of the home? You could pick a couple of things, but every place I go and everything I experience, the heart of the home seems to be the kitchen. Everybody ends up in the kitchen. It doesn't matter whether you know them really well, like your grandparents or your aunt and your uncle, your own home, or if you go to a casual friend's house for like a barbecue and people come in, they all end up in the kitchen. It's like, what is that? I have a tiny, tiny kitchen. It's like some of you probably have closets that are bigger than my kitchen. And people will come to my home and they will all end up in my kitchen. I'm like, what is with the kitchen? Now, think about what is going on in the kitchen. It is where you're, I think it's a very intimate thing to feed people. You know, it's something a lot of people want to do it's a gracious thing to do. You want to feed other people. It's also something, when I read in a lot of the Hygge books, that, you know, it's great to have like a potluck or thing everybody brings food, but it's even better. It takes it up a lot of levels to actually cook food with your friends. Invite your friends over and make the dishes together. And that builds this whole nother layer of coziness, of camaraderie, of friendship with your friends and your family to cook together. You know, do you have memories of cooking with your grandma or your great-grandma? Do you have memories of cooking with friends? Maybe it's even like at a church kitchen or, you know, a barbecue. You know, the food and the kitchen are all sort of rolled into one. My one grandmother had she had a duplex house in the suburbs of the city, but it was more of a farmhouse kitchen. It was, you know, a great big farmhouse sink and a built-in cabinet, and then this big area for the kitchen table. And there was another place for a table. And then my other grandma had a more traditional, more modern style home, you know, so there was a little bit smaller kitchen and then a place for a bigger table right outside of that in the dining room area. Same with a lot of the homes that I grew up in. Some of them had the dining room space and some of them didn't. So my home here, it would be hard pressed. You could put maybe a little tiny 2-person table, but instead we have an eat-through, so like a counter that we built. And so we sit at the counter, or then we have our dining room. So look at that. Look at your heart of the home, the heart of the home. What is your kitchen like? What are your kitchen experiences like? Tell me about something that relates to that, either cooking with friends, with your grandma, you know, that kind of thing. I'd love to hear the story when you make your block. And so this is the block. The layout in each single pattern now, from now forward, I will put the layout and I will put where that block goes in the layout. And I'm not doing them row by row, you know, like sometimes I skip around a bit because the block works better for me then. So that is what you'll find. Now I want you to look up here. So here are my blue blocks. I'm like layered now. I've got the heart underneath there because I have yet to baste it. That is on my list for today. We'll see if that happens. But that's what I'm planning. So I have my other blocks up here. And so if I put up the one from today, you know, there you can see them, you know, all together. I'm loving it, loving the blue and white so much. But I have decided that this one with the birds, although I love the birds, I'm making these multiple blocks with that same warmest spot from Home Is. So I will switch this one out for one of the ones that's doesn't have all those different colors in it, and I will put the bird block in that quilt. So that is my plan now that I have them all up there. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that one with all that different color in there, and let it be part of the other quilt. Okay, let me just hold this here. I have taken, where can I put this? Okay, so look what I did. I took the Happy Valentine from the panel. Let me just show you that panel. Whoops. So what I got. This is the panel that has, from my friend Sandy Gervais designed. Somebody made a pillowcases with this. It also comes in a red base. So someone did pillowcases, but look, That's so cute. So I took it's got two happy Valentine, but it just had one heart. So I took the heart out of that. I got the one with the heart. So I did this because I have a long pillow form. So here is the pillow form, and then I will, whoop, I've got to do a back, and I'm going to quilt it. So my front piece here is just a tad longer than the pillow form, but this is like a chubby pillow form. This pillow form is, look at this, it's like chubby. So I'm thinking I can quilt this. I may even quilt the backing fabric, and then it'll, you know, sort of stand on its own, and because it'll be quilted. So this will be quilted. But there we go, a little bench pillow. I'm so excited about that. So I'm also cutting up the Cupid's box. I've got the typewriter on the wall over there. See it? I cut that out and stuck it up. So I'm trying to get that cut so that I can just sew it while I'm sewing other things. Speaking of sewing other things, I've got the binding on the Ripples quilt. So there we go. So got the binding on. Yes! Looks good. And now I will be doing the hanging sleeve. And so I have this little kit that I put together. I keep all of this in the little yardstick box. So I've got my blue thread and the needle threader, some needles, some scissors, and I will go ahead, I will go ahead and do the hanging sleeve on this and get it done. Then I can throw it in the wash and see how it washes up. It's all done with my Morrison Park. So there we go. See the ripple quilt again? So I showed this, I think it was, yeah, I showed it on Monday, right at the end of the video, and I showed, so you can see it. And there's a close-up at my Monday post for the quilting on it. So that is one of the other things I'm doing, try and get that done, get it all the way through done. So I also want to say thank you. I got some really cute little presents. Sandra, yes, Sandra sent me, look at this heart, it's a pin. Isn't that so cute? I need to, here, let's just take it out real quick so we can see it better. It's got a little glare on the plastic. Look, 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 look. So darling. Looks just like the heart, right? That's underneath the blocks right now. That heart needs to be, did I tell you this already? It needs to be basted. So I have to get that down and baste it. Get it basted today. Get the batting in there. And then also Clara sent me these super cute little thread catchers. Look how cute these are. So they've got the fabric and a little piece of batting. Look at the back of that one. Yes, just feels like summer. The plaid and the thing, oh, just feels like summer. Thank you, Clara. These are so useful. I can put them in the bag with my cross stitch. So I always have one with everything. You know, you got to have your stuff together. That's just how it makes it cute and makes it work really well. That's another thing I was doing, which I don't know if you do this, but let me show you. I was working with some different fabrics here, and let's see, pull in here. So I was working with some different fabrics, and I thought, you know, this is just too cute a piece. I need to save it. I don't always do this, but this one actually was even. Let me show you if you can see it. You can see the dots. It's even like right on the salvage. But so I just sewed some pieces together. So then I will cut out of this a 2.5 inch square. So I had a bunch of these where I was just sewing units like that. There we go. So sew them together to get a big enough piece to cut another, to cut a 2.5 inch square out of. And like I love this blue. I think I used it in those blocks up there. Same for this polka dot here. I did 3 strips. I just sewed all this different ones together, and then I will, out of this I will cut 2.5 inch squares. And those will be for my, you know, basically this kind of scrap system I use, the 2.5 inch squares. So, and the other cute thing I have to show you before you go, it came in and I had yet to show you. They are tulip. I'm thinking, starting to think spring now. I really am. I mean, it's the beginning of February. I'm nowhere near spring. But these are tulip straight pins. And so I just thought, I've got the unicorn ones, but I thought tulips are just so cute. The container is there we go, like a test tube. There we go. We have tulip pins, and I just think they are so sweet. They pink on one side and white on the other. Love them, love them, love them. So I need to get some tulip pins out so that I can play around with them. Okay, we'll wrap it up today on Block Wednesdays. You're going to be making your block, your heart of the home, the kitchen, telling me about your favorite kitchen memory. And then I have one quote that I got from Kathy that she left for the word of the day. And Kathy's word of the day, word of the year, not word of the day, word of the year is power. My word of the year is do. So she sent me a quote for my word. Do the thing and you will have the power. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So nice, right? Nice. I like that. Do the thing and you will have the power. So that's true. Think about it. All right, my friend. Have a fabulous day. The links are below. Go download your pattern. I love you. I'll see you online. Mwah.